Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Good morning to some, good afternoon to others. Sorry, my sister. So now, I got to see What If part two, and the What If series. The first one was all right. It just showed if Peggy, I think that's her name, if she basically was Captain America, Captain America instead of yeah, Captain America. She was Captain Britain. Over being a Captain America. In this part, they really went a left turn. Shout out to Everyday Game in '98 Christian. I think he told me this last week or the week before. He was saying that T'Challa was gonna be this was gonna be Chadwick Boseman's last performance. And my God, it was great. This episode was way better than the last one. It showed T'Challa basically, being Star Lord. If you have not seen it, please do not click on this video. I already done spoiled it for you, but this is spoiler. I have it in the description boxes that it's a spoiler. Now, this this is what I loved about it. It showed a different character. It showed T'Challa as Star Lord, and it kind of showed a difference in the beginning. In the beginning, Peter Quill, he basically was dancing, jamming to music, you know, wilding out, doing his thing. In the beginning before he took what he needed to take to bring it back to the crew. However, in this case, T'Challa basically switched places with him. And with him, they accidentally picked up T'Challa. He threw the his little he basically was picked up by them, and then you had the comedic guy in the beginning. Oh, you're T'Challa. Oh, I'm a huge fan. How do you do this? How do you do that? Just doing too much. But it was a good comic relief to have him in it. So you had T'Challa basically with, of course, what's that guy name? Hold on, I'll find out his name. So basically, you had Yondu. That's what I meant to say. Yondu basically they he instead of Yondu going to do it, because when Yondu went, remember, Yondu went originally to find Peter Quill and he got the right one. But he sent, in this case, this is when he sent his subordinates to go, and they effed up. Right. And then in the Guardian of the Galaxy, Korav, which was, remember, Korav, who Digimon Honsu played in, but he twisted. He basically brought a hilarious twist, showing that he was a fan, and it was hilarious. You know how he did it. It was beautiful. What he did and everything. That was great. Um, Kraglin and Taserface basically went down there, and they basically messed up because they got the wrong kid. They got the wrong kid, and that's what happened. And Yondu was like, "What the hell are you doing?" So, and it was a great episode. You got to see what happened to young T'Challa. He basically he basically he basically left and everything. What happened is this. He basically went running, and then when he sent Taserface and Kraglin, they done behind brought back the wrong kid. They tried to say that, hey man, they all look alike. Which was funny because it's like T'Challa's black, but them being from another world, I understand it. I love that twist that Disney and them made and Marvel made by saying, oh, they both look alike. And then they just grabbed the wrong kid and T'Challa, so they basically said bump it. They just took T'Challa with him, and then ever since then, he basically straightened out the universe. Like he made Thanos go good, and then he helped, of course, Nebula. Nebula in this one was a good guy. Like with T'Challa, him becoming, him becoming that, he got Nebula to sport her hair. He turned Thanos into a good guy, and she could live her life, and you could tell her and T'Challa had something going on because she was loving the smoothness, the smoothness, and loving the swag he was bringing, the charm that made us love Black Panther. um, it was a great move. I thought this was a great episode. This episode is 4 out of 4. Just straight up. This was a great episode. I loved how everything switched around. Now you have the collector doing everything. And he had, of course, brought on, he brought Proxima Midnight. And she basically joined forces with the collector because Thanos, remember, he went good, and so did Ebony Maw. Maw basically joined with the Black Order. They joined the collector because remember, Thanos went good. We got to see Drax in this one because he turned Thanos good. Drax family lived. Drax family lived, and he was like, "T'Challa, I got to take a picture with you." Oh, that's not a good picture. We got to take another one. So he was taking the picture and everything to show that to his family. Remember, in the one when Thanos went bad, his family died. They killed his family. Remember, Thanos destroyed his world. Like, and his family was one of the ones to die. He killed, half of them and everything, and left the other half and that. So his daughter and wife died, but in this one, his daughter and wife lives. And then Thanos is telling the story of what he would have done, and everyone's saying that sounds like genocide, and he's like, "Well, it's not genocide if you look at it like this." And then you see Nebula at the end, like, "Oh, dad!" Like she just, a father and daughter relationship, you know, which was great. We didn't get to see the other girl, the green girl in this one, so but this one was great. You had at the end, like he found the ship with which was the ship that was looking for basically looking for his son. They were looking for T'Challa, the king. In this one, the king lives, and he basically is trying to look, King T'Chaka. He wanted to find him, and he sent the message out there, and he was upset because remember another one he died, and then T'Challa became that. So he found that out and he was upset at Yondu. Yondu always keeps secrets like he did against Peter Quill. He did that. So and his life is changed and is different because T'Challa was different. T'Challa was different from Peter Quill because remember T'Challa he knew how hand to hand combat. He knew how to fight. He was intelligent. He was learning things at a way more advanced stage than where Peter Quill was. So it would be perfect to see that he had more smarts and he could really change the universe. But with this happening, what happens to Peter Quill? Because we saw Ego at the end come in, and Ego, and like the Watcher says, Ego, this is a cause of the destruction of the world, which means Ego probably will get his wish and probably destroy and do what he wanted to do, which was take over stuff and everything. So he's a madman, but he's gonna come to Peter, and then I think from there I think we'll see what's up. I don't know if that'll be the next What If episode, but so in this one he decided to pay a visit to his son at a Dairy Queen. Um and it's unclear what happened when they meet each other. Now, what I loved was Howard the Duck was in it. Man, classic. And who makes his fourth MCU appearance following first two Guardian of the Galaxy films and Avengers Endgame. And it was Howard the Duck. He destroyed it. He killed the whole scene. He was like, "Yeah, let's go down here. Let me get this drink first and everything." And it was like, he's like, "I don't have time for this. I have to go." And Howard the Duck, like, "Wait, you gotta wait for the drink." It was crazy. Okoye made her appearance. Shuri, the mother, was in it. They really didn't say nothing, but they were there. Um, so he basically worked. So we'll see. So we basically see Peter Quill was working at a Dairy Queen, and that it was, you know. So we basically gonna see what Ego has in plan for the next episode, or if it's down the line. But this was a great episode. This was better than the last one. The last one I understood it, but it was like they were trying to do women empowerment and stuff, and I have no problem with that. And I also loved how they made Steve Rogers, have his suit and everything and stuff. So they had a lot of new people and everything. So this was different. Um and Jeffrey Wright, great thing by him is playing the Watcher. So we're gonna see, man. But this is good. It got better. I'm glad that it got a lot better because last week's episode was like the week before last or last week episode. It was like, this is okay. Uh, you really didn't mess with it, but I thought it was 4 out of 4. T'Challa show to me the thing different is, to me he was a better Star Lord than Peter Quill. He was. He actually changed a lot of things in the universe. But remember, if you played the Marvel games on the Xbox or PS4s and stuff, the PS3s and things like that, whatever decision you make, it's another decision that destroys something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, so your decision here, it may be good over here, but then there's a con to it. Something else could happen that destroys something and changes the time that we see. So that's why I tell people in the Marvel movies that we've seen, the Avengers and all that, even though they did something here that may have saved a life, some a story somewhere else may have destroyed a life. So the universe was safe. The universe was great, and Yondu was up to his old tricks, basically telling T'Challa that Wakanda was destroyed, and that's what pissed him off. But T'Challa came up with the plan to get the collector and everything away from everybody and to get out of it. And of course he of course talked to the one girl. The one girl helped him out by hitting the one guy, Ma, who hit Ma in the head and stuff, and he got free and everything. So I mean, well, she shot Ma, so they came up with a plan. It was a great plan, and they got out of it. But him and Nebula were real cool, and he basically working on getting her and Thanos to be cool again, to be father and daughter, you know. So this was great, man. It shows something different. T'Challa, like as Black Panther, whatever he is, because of his presence, his sternness, his firmness. Like, yo, this is me. And the way he came in, he was able to change a lot of things, and I loved it. He changed how Thanos would have been. Thanos would have been evil. This one, Thanos the good guy. He changed everything. Now, Ego with like I said, his son Peter Quill, we're gonna see what he does now. He might be able to get his dominance going now, and they may be able to destroy what they need to destroy. So thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you love what you hear, you can donate to the page by Cash Apping me at the word welcome, the number 2, and then HDIITV. Thank you for listening, and we're out. Deezy.